servant of Mother Earth. My name is Bart. I'm running for City Council at large to bring attention to really the biggest issue facing humanity today, and that's the climate crisis, climate change, or global warming as we used to call it. And truly it is humbling to be here in the historic St. James Church in the auspices of the historic NAACP, an organization that has fought for equality and racial justice for over 100 years, a struggle that still goes on to this day, and which I know benefits all New Orleanians. Now, you'll hear me talk a lot about climate justice, but there is no climate justice without racial justice, and there's no racial justice without climate justice. Indeed, the NAACP has said, I read it on the website, that climate justice is a civil rights issue that affects all of us. In New Orleans, we saw that so clearly after our city flooded in 2005. But Katrina wasn't the beginning or the end of this kind of issue. From Ile de Jean Charles to Gordon Plaza to Cancer Alley, we know that the effects of pollution and environmental degradation are borne disproportionately by people of color and indigenous people. And that's wrong. Of course, climate change is not the only environmental crisis that faces us, but it is the biggest one. It's currently exacerbating further divisions in our society unless we come together and act together. More people are waking up to this reality, including even Americans of European descent, sometimes. And together we have to press the demand for change, because nothing less than our collective survival is at stake. This is happening now. The main solution is really simple. We have to stop putting so much of these gases into the air that cause global warming, things like carbon dioxide. And the problem is that virtually every inch of our economy needs to be reconsidered and restructured in order to do that. So it's simple, but it's not necessarily easy, but it's very necessary. Because we know what has to be done. It's just a matter of building the political will. And that's where this also becomes a crisis of democracy. Right now our state legislature's called a session to override our governor's veto on bills that make it harder for people to vote. National and state attempts at voter suppression could slow down solutions to the climate crisis.